Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here today to bring you my latest junk journal and also a couple of tag bags. So I will do the tag bags first. So I just move the journal out to one side so it's kind of out of the way. So if you watch my channel regularly, hopefully you might be familiar with these. They're literally just little bags shaped like a tag, and inside they contain 10 unique kind of different tags for you to obviously include in your journals. You could use them as kind of gift tags, or anything else. So I'm just going to kind of run through them reasonably quickly. I won't really bother kind of showing you the backs because obviously they are meant as tags. So I mean the backs are generally going to be plain, so I will just be obviously showing you kind of the fronts. So tag bag number one is kind of this one here with this kind of greenish kind of coloured tag, and then it's got a vintage copy of a vintage image there layered up on some book page and a ruffle and a flower. And then the first tag is this little teeny one that is layered up paper. It's got a stamped image, a stamped butterfly, a bit of lace, and then it's got some of this fibre kind of thing as the tab, and then it's got a little teeny tag there attached with a bulb pin. So that's the first one. Then the second one here, there's a bit of a bird theme going on with my tags in these couple of tag bags. So I've been having lots of fun with my kind of bird pages. So this is a book page tag. It's obviously layered onto some cardstock, and then it's just got stamped images layered up with some doily and some fabric here and a vintage image here of this bird and a little flower. And these are taken from some of the book pages that I currently have for sale also in my Etsy shop. So, maybe you might like to check those out. And then we've got some ball chain here holding a little miniature tag there with just the definition of the word together, I think that says. I'm a bit away from the camera, so I can't, or from the tag, so I can't really see. Then the next one here, this is some scrapbook paper layered up with some doily, couple of printed out images there, some stamped images, a big large stamped butterfly with a small one layered on top, and then it's just got two little ribbon pieces there as the kind of tab, and then obviously it's plain on the back. Then the next one here, this is some scrapbook paper. Again, it's got a little bulb pin holding another little teeny tag with it, and then it's got some doily, some other scrapbook paper and another stamped image there, and a little flower with a little pearl centre, and that's just been plain on the back. This one here, this is some book page, and then again it's got some doily, a little bit of scrapbook paper. It's got some of this soft net here and another one of those bird images from the vintage bird books. And then here there's a little flower that I've just inked up. I've popped on a vintage button and a couple of my little printables from my die cut printable pieces. And then here's some soft net as the kind of tab. So that's that one. This one, I love this one. It's got this gorgeous scrapbook paper. It's got some vintage book page here, some of my printable pieces here, another one of my printables here from my lady's garden kit, and then a stamped image here, forever and always, and then just some stamping around the edge. And then I've just popped some lace here at the corner. But it's a massive tag, and I love doing these massive tags. I think they're really fun. And then here I've just got, again, some book page, layered up some images, some doily, a little butterfly, a little vintage book page thing of a bird. And then here another one of my little printables layered onto some fabric. I've got some lace here, another one of my printable pieces here, and then a couple of different lace pieces of trim down there. And again, this one is off to the side with some lace there. Here I've got some vintage sheet music with some napkin decoupage onto it, some vintage book page, and then one of my printables there, and a little clock. And then I've just got some of that coffee dyed lace there, some diamante trim, and then a little ribbon here, and some lace trim here, and a little bow, and again just plain on the back. And then this one here, this is some scrapbook paper. It's got some stamping round on the corners. It's got some vintage book page, and then it's got one of the vintage ladies there from the ladies that I picked up recently. And then it's got a little crocheted kind of flower and some of that vintage lace, some more vintage lace here with some diamante, and again it's got a little tab there to the side. So that's another one. And then here I've just got, this is some printout of some kind of vintage butterflies, and it's one of those altered Rocks and Minerals cards that I went through a phase of using them, kind of haven't used them for a while because they were kind of running low, so I kind of stopped using them, obviously, to hang on to them. But this has been stitched around the edge, and then it's got some coffee dyed paper stitched on the back as well for journaling. And you've got there a lace tab, so again it's quite a large tag. So that's the tag bag, the first one. The second one, exactly the same concept. It's a bag shaped like a tag. It's got a stamped image this time and some fabric ruffle, some faux de monte and a flower. And then it just ties closed with some twine. And then inside here, again, you've got 10 different, you know, unique tags. So this one's a bit screwed up now because it's obviously been in the bag. But again, it's some sheet music with some decoupage napkin. You've got some lace, some other different lace and some diamante trim. One of my little printable pieces. Some more lace here and some more ribbon. A flower here and a big pearl centre. Then this one, I love this tag. It's massive, which, you know, I just think they're really nice and make a statement on a page on their own. And it's got a little tear here with some vintage book page peeking out. And then it's got some of my printables from my Gypsy Rose kit, just layered up here with some coffee dyed lace and a bit of diamante trim, and then some soft kind of sheer fabric there as the tab at the top. And then here I've just got some scrapbook paper layered up with, all of these are from my printable journaling cards, and these are from my die cut pieces. And then it's got some coffee dyed lace trim there and some soft net here. So that one. This one here, this is some vintage book page. It's got some you know, piece of doily, and then it's got some of my Matchbox tops layered up. That's there, and it's got a couple of flowers from my journaling cards kit, and here's some of my vintage printable pieces. And then it's got a little bit of scrapbook paper down here also layered, and it's got some soft net here and one of the vintage images of the birds, like the bird book pages, you know, that I'm selling. And then it's got some net here at the top, so that's that. And then this one, again, I love this one because anyone who watches my channel regularly, you'll know how much I love green. So this was some kind of like a sage green colour dots on this scrapbook paper. And I've literally just stitched it round onto this expansion file folder. And then I've layered up a couple of my printable elements. This one's been printed onto vellum, this typewriter. And then I just popped this gorgeous, gorgeous green flower, which just makes the green in the polka dots just kind of stand out. And then you've just got some lace trim across the top and a bit of faux de monte there. So love that tag. Then this one, you've got some vintage book page, some doily, a bird that I've actually fussy cut out. This is from the book pages, which if you've looked at those at all, this is from some of the larger ones. And I did mention those kind of, I think, in my video, that they're fab for fussy cutting the actual bird out and then popping onto, you know, pockets or tags or whatever. And then there's also a couple of eggs down there, and a flower here and some soft net, some fabric, a stamped image and another stamped image back here, and a bit of soft net here at the top. Then here, this is some of that expansion file, which I've actually backed it onto some other card to make it a little bit more rigid. It's got some scrapbook paper here layered up with some stamped image, another stamped image here, another stamped image here with some sewing pattern paper, more sewing pattern paper here, and a little butterfly that I just fussy cut from the scrapbook papers. Bit of stamping and some lace trim as the kind of tab there. Then here, this is another massive tag. It's obviously in this lovely pink. It's got some vintage paperwork that it's just a copy of it. It's been coffee dyed and distress inked, and then you've got some vintage sheet music, piece of lace, and another one of those big birds that I've just fussy cut that out and popped it on there. Some stamping round in the corners, and then some soft net here at the top. And then here there's a smallish tag. It's got some vintage postage stamps and a stamped image layered up with some lace trim and a little flower, and then some soft net there at the top. That's that one. And then the final one in this tag bag number 2 is this one here, which has got a pocket here with some lace trim going across, and it's got an image from my Swan Lake kit. It's got some coffee dyed fabric or lace and some lace trim at the top, and then inside there it's just got here another little kind of journaling card that slots in there. And actually, while I'm just here, I've just remembered that one of the cards had a pocket on the back, so I obviously forgot to show that. So the very first tag there also had a pocket here on the back with some book page, and it's just got a little journaling card there slotted in, so that was on that one. I will just double check in the other pile because I can't remember whether I had any on that. No. Okay, so it was just that one. I knew that there was at least one that had that. So that's tag bag number 2. So I'm just going to now show you my Beatrix Potter journal that is now complete. So this is my Beatrix Potter journal. Obviously I did a couple of process videos with this journal, and I wasn't really sure whether to do some more. I had said at the beginning that I didn't think I was going to do a kind of series with it. However, I was then really enjoying it, but because I had several kind of projects on the go, I just needed to work on it and get it complete, really, because otherwise I've got little piles kind of all over my house of things that are half finished. So I just needed to kind of crack on. So I love how it turned out, and I really hope that you guys really like it too. It's just held, closed, bound with just some stretchy lace. So there's just a length of lace there that just can be moved off to the side. This is the cover. Now the cover, obviously, if you followed the process video, it's a soft cover. It was an envelope. And what I've done, I've covered the envelope with some blue fabric, this blue upholstery fabric. And then here I've done a mad collage on the front. So I seem to be loving kind of doing little fabric collages at the moment. I've done them a couple of times recently. I've got some coffee dyed lace. I've got some lace that obviously isn't coffee dyed. I've got here some other coffee dyed lace. I've got an image from the kit, which has just been kind of distress inked up and popped onto the lace. Got here some flowers. They've both got some little vintage buttons on them. And then it's just got some lace trim down the spine, and then this gorgeous, gorgeous ruffled lace. This was gifted to me by Laura a while ago, and it had been kind of, in my stash, and I just thought it looked perfect on here. So that's that. And then the back has just got a couple of strips of kind of lace, just kind of strategically placed. And the size of this journal is just under 7 inches by 9 inches, and it's about 4 inches at the kind of widest part. So going inside, I just really love it because I just really love colours. So to me, this is just such a fun journal. So on the inside of the front cover, I have literally popped some of the background papers there, this kind of graph grid kind of paper. I will just point out here, you've got a little bit of kind of paper here that was stuck onto the upholstery fabric, which I couldn't quite get off. So, if you look really closely, you can kind of see that, but I just wanted to point that out. And then basically I've got some graph paper in a different colourway. Again, I mean, every single thing in here is from the kit. I don't think I actually incorporated anything else. And as soon as I said that, I spotted a couple of other things. If they're not from the kit, I will tell you that they're not from the kit. But otherwise, they all are. So obviously the paper's there from the kit. So here, what I've done, I've created a pocket here, and I've attached an envelope here, layered up a couple of items from the kit. And then inside there, I've just popped a couple of little journaling kind of cards that, again, are from the kit, and now I can't get them out. It's always a nightmare doing things on camera. And they're just literally got a couple of layered up little pieces from the kit, and they're just for journaling there, so they just go into that envelope. And then here I've just layered up a little couple of pieces from the kit, the flowers and the mouse. And then here I've just got some fabric ruffle, which I've just kind of distress inked. And one of those yo-yo flowers there. So you've got journaling here, obviously there. That goes down, and then tucked in the pocket. So this is not from the kit. This is just a bridge score sheet, and that literally just tucks in like that. It is vintage. And then here you've just got a little journaling card, which is from the kit. That goes in there. I'm going to put it in that way so it's the orange flowers. And then on the facing page, I love how this page turned out. This was an envelope. It was too wide for the page, so I've cut it down and kind of made a bag from it. So basically on top of that, it's all been coffee dyed. I have layered up some fabric here with one of the images from the kit, some flowers from the kit, some of this gorgeous blue lace, which was also gifted to me by Laura. And then inside there, there's just one of the large tags from the kit. This is actually just a paper tag. I would normally do them on kind of thicker paper really than that. But I think I kind of printed it out in error on thinner paper. And then here I've just got a journaling card, which again has just been coffee or tea dyed there. So that just goes in there. And then on the facing page, this was I think one of the pages that we worked on together. And you've got a corner pocket here torn from some of the background papers. And then here you've got some flowers and a butterfly. And then I've just popped some fabric ruffle down there. And then I've just made a little booklet from some coffee dyed paper. So this is thicker paper on the outside as the cover with some thin coffee dyed paper pages. Just stitched it on the sewing machine and popped on one of the images from the kits there on the cover. Then here we've got a belly band. It's just been layered up on the sewing machine with some fabric. Got some lace trim and a little bow down there, and then you've just got a couple of doily pieces there, and then you've just got a little piece from the kit that's all just been coffee dyed and distress inked. That goes in there. And then on this page, I love this page, it just seems really super fun. So basically this is an envelope which I have made obviously a little pocket at the top, and you've got this little folding kind of pad thing. So you've got a few pages there of coffee dyed papers, and they've just been stitched obviously on the sewing machine. Layered up a couple of images from the kit, make every day count. And I love that kind of hanging over there, like, oops, because I'm reaching around the camera, I can't really reach this, tucked into here because it kind of adds to all the different layers there. But I'm just going to move that out for one moment to show you then what's going on. So then I've got some string, obviously I love my tying up things. And that's got an element from the kit on some coffee dyed lace, and that just folds back like that. On here, this is a vintage piece of book page, and it's just got an element from the kit there layered up onto that envelope. And then you've got some vintage lace and a little bow. So you've got obviously, you know, lots of journaling space going on there. And then that just ties back up. And then tucked in, so you've got obviously pockets here, you've got the little flip out booklet thing, and you've also then got a pocket here at the side where you've got another little postcard from the kit. So you've got lots going on there. Then here you've got some lace trim. These are just your kind of plainer pages for journaling. Little image from the kit, little flower, doily piece, and then another flower here. This I think was one of the pages that we did on the process videos. Again, we've got some of the vintage ledger paper, and then, you know, book page ledger paper, and that's got a little ruffle, some flowers from the kit, a little bow, and an image up there from the kit just holding in this little journaling card. That goes up there. On the next page, we've got here one of my little folding pocket things that I made. I did a tutorial for these. Tucked in, so you've got a little butterfly here from the kit, and then tucked in you've got a teeny postcard from the kit there, and then here on this little page you've got tucked in, and then when you obviously fold it out you've got obviously journaling space there and there. So that's that, and it just tucks in here with the little postcard, and then that just ties back up, and then tucked behind you've got a journaling card here that just goes in there. And then I've got some doily here and a little piece of fabric ruffle, a little bow, and then a couple of elements here that are all matching kind of these background papers. So I love the way it kind of all ties in together. And then you've got here some fabric ruffle, which again I've just distress inked that, some doily here, and one of the elements from the kit with this gorgeous playing card. Then here I've just made a large tag. I just literally cut some of the background paper into a tag shape and layered up obviously some doily, fussy cut some flowers and some of these mouse images, and I fussy cut this from another one of the journaling cards. Basically anything I had kind of just got scraps of paper left, I kind of tried to fussy cut little bits out of so that I didn't waste things. And then you've got some lace down here and a fabric tab just stitched on the sewing machine up there. That just goes in like that. And then over the page here, you've got, I think we did this together. Again, this is a journaling card that's been stitched onto some fabric, and I've literally just glued it down like a little tuck spot. And then you've got some more of that vintage book page, some lace up here and some flowers. Here, I just made one of my button embellishments and glued that on. And then here, I've made a little kind of flip, which fold out, which literally you've got a little tuck in here. That's how it fastens up. And if you open that, you've just got literally a little bit of paper. So again, this was just kind of, it might have even been what was remaining from here. I can't actually remember. No, obviously it wasn't. Anyway, it was remaining from something, and rather than waste it, I've literally just folded it over. I thought it was rather nice to kind of leave this edge longer, so it was a little bit more interesting rather than being folded completely over. And then obviously distress inked it all, and then made this little kind of belt to go around it, literally, that pops around, and then this just tucks in. If I can manage to do it, tucks in here like that to hold it closed. Obviously, if you found that a bit fiddly, you can just slide it off and on at the top or at the bottom. If you're a bit all fingers and thumbs like I am whenever I do a video, then you may find that easier. So I thought that was quite nice and a bit of fun. And then here on this page, I have got an altered paper clip, which is over the page, which I'll show you in a moment. But on this side of it, I've got one of the file folders from the kit. Again, this just printed onto paper rather than kind of cardstock. So that's there, tucks in. We've got some lace trim down there. And then on the next page, so these pages, these are your blank kind of pages for journaling. I've created this paper clip here. So exactly the same as the concept of the paper clips that I did on my tutorial with the matchbox tops. But this is using one of the elements from the kit, it's a journaling card. I've layered it up onto some fabric, put some lace trim on there as well, and then just popped on a paper clip and some card sideways on, so as it clips on the side of the page rather than the top. And that just literally clips onto the page like that. And obviously it's holding the, this journaling card on, and this one here, this side. And then you've got obviously a couple of blank pages, just with like a little flower there. Got some greaseproof paper, got some sheet music, some book page, and here you've got an airmail envelope. I think we did this together, I can't quite remember. Couple of images from the kit just layered up, and then tucked in there you've also got a little journaling card also from the kit. Some coffee dyed paper. Here's a book page pocket. I'm pretty sure we did this page together. Again, it's got some vintage ruffle, and then it's just got a couple of things tucked in for journaling there. So it's got one in the actual pocket and then one in the side, because that's also kind of done like a pocket there. And then over the page, this is that centre page, which is my collage page that I was so excited by when I obviously created the kit. I love all these colours, so it's just like a winning page for me. And I included it obviously as the centre page. I didn't really want to cover it up too much because I thought it was just really pretty. So all I've done is literally, I took here an image that was kind of the same as the image beneath it. I've popped it on like a little pocket, so I've just glued it on two sides. So here I've got obviously matching matching this image here. So that just tucks in there. In fact, I've got two of them and I've done them in different sizes. So I've got the larger one there. And then here I've just got a ticket down here from the kit that I've just stuck on the corner, again, as another kind of pocket there. So I didn't want to kind of cover up the page, but I wanted to kind of enhance it. So that's all I've done there. And then I've just popped a little tiny bit of blue lace down on the bottom here, just really to cover up that edge where I couldn't kind of get it to do the borderless printing. And then I've just literally fussy cut one of the orange flowers and I've just glued that on there, and it's got a bow here. So I love that page. And then this page, I can't remember whether we might have done this together. If we did, I do apologise if I'm repeating myself. It's just an envelope, got some book page, layered up one of the elements from the kit. Got here some fabric ruffle, fabric flower, and then this poppy with a vintage button here and some flowers there, and a little Peter Rabbit down here. And inside the envelope is just a little journaling card, obviously from the kit. And then on the next page, here's just a poppy on this coffee dyed paper. This is the flap of the envelope. I just popped a poppy on there. Got the book page, the sheet music, the greaseproof paper, little flower here, another image here, obviously the coffee dyed paper there. Now this one again, this is another envelope. This is one of the elements from the kit. So basically it's an envelope that's included in the kit, and basically I've just inked it up and I've made a little booklet. Again, I have got a tutorial for doing these. They may be just called an envelope booklet tutorial. So that's that, and obviously that just kind of goes in there. And then here I've just kind of popped an image there, just so as it kind of looked, you know, attractive when you got to the bottom of the booklet. And then I've just popped on a couple of elements from the kit there and some lace. Inside the envelope, you've just got another little postcard. This was one of the plain postcards, and I've just layered up some flowers there, just kind of to make it look pretty, really. And then here, obviously on the front of the envelope, I've layered up this lovely image with some fabric and lots of flowers, some lace trim and a little bow. So really like that page. It just felt really fun to me. And then over the page here, here I've got some doily on this piece, and then again I fussy cut one of these figures out, popped her on like a tuck spot with some lace trim behind, fussy cut one of the flowers, and I've just popped some lace trim down there. Then here I made a little booklet. So it's basically just some thickish kind of paper that's been coffee dyed. I've popped on another image of the mouse, and then I made a little kind of booklet, or, you know, pad kind of inside there, where I've just literally stitched on a few coffee dyed papers. So that just tucks in there. And then on the facing page here, another element from the kit. It's just been attached to this coffee dyed lace. I've got some more lace trim down here, and a little flower from the kit, another little flower from the kit up there, and then you've just got the little coin envelope that's also from the kit that just literally tucks in kind of behind there. Obviously you could put something in the coin envelope. I haven't, but you could. And then here, I think we might have done this together. I can't remember. Memory like a sieve, and obviously I've got lots of things going on, and I've done process videos for 2 different journals, so now they're merging in my head. So we've got a corner tuck spot. Again, that's just been created from some of the background papers from the kit. I've just literally, all I've done there is just dress inked it and popped some fabric ruffle on. And then down here, I've cut out one of the elements from the kit and a journaling card here that's just literally been distress inked around. And that just slots in there, and it kind of tucks in behind the bottom and the top. So I think that's kind of fun to do that. So that's that. Then we've got a flower down here, little banner up the top, doily piece, and then another banner up here, piece of lace. And then on this page, this is another element from the kit. It's got some lace trim here, a fabric flower with a button. It's a vintage button, but I also kind of sanded it down a little bit to make it kind of more in keeping with the colours. And then you've got a little bow, and then a couple of flowers there, fussy cut from the kit, and the butterfly. And inside there is just a journaling card. And then here we've got here one of those Matchbox booklets. Matchbox booklets. I think I mentioned them last time. I think Tracy Fox did some where she did them like a paperclip. I loved them as a paperclip, but you know, I just love them as they are anyway. So basically, inside this little flap, I've tucked in an element from the kit, just this teacup. I thought it was quite fun, literally just on its own, kind of tucking in, and it's like a little journaling card, but shaped, which was fun to me. And then I've layered up a couple of elements here from the kit, and then this obviously tucks in, and then I've stitched in some pages there for extra journaling. So you've got kind of a little pad going on. And then I didn't leave them too long because I wanted them to obviously tuck into the bottom. So that all just tucks in like that. And the teacup there. Got some vintage lace, fabric ruffle, and then this is also a tuck spot just glued around here. You've got some flowers up here from the kit, and then tucked behind you've just got one of the large postcards from the kit, all distress inked, tucks in there. And then I just made this cute tag, which is literally just some book page, and then it's got layered up doily, one of the elements from the kit, another element from the kit, and then here as the tab I've just got a fabric flower at the top. So that's that. And then here on this page I have got a little kind of folding flip. I did the tutorial on these. I didn't really know what to call them, so I still don't really know what to call them, but they're just a kind of folding booklet thingy. So literally I've created a kind of little closing mechanism here with an image from the kit here, a snip off from the background papers with some flowers that just tucks in, and then when you open it up you've got obviously it like that. And this time I've done it up the other way. So when I've used these previously and in the tutorial I kind of showed them up the other way, so the pockets were from underneath, but in this one I've done it up the other way and the pockets obviously are up essentially the right way, you know. So here I've just got a couple of journaling cards from the kit which just slot in like that, and then obviously you've got the pages here for journaling. It just goes like that. And then here tucked in the side you've just got this journaling card element from the kit, and then you've got a couple of flowers here and fabric ruffle down the bottom and a little bow. Ta-da! We're on the last page. So this is the last page, and this is obviously the inside of the back cover. So on this one I just took one of the elements from the kit and layered it up onto one of these little cards that I've got. These were like some notelet cards. And so I literally just glued that on there, and then I've glued some string on to tie it shut. And then literally inside there I just created a little pad, again just with some coffee dyed paper that I've just layered up and stitched across the top. And then I've just layered on a piece of lace and a couple of flowers from the kit there. Just ties closed, and then it's just got behind it just, oops, sorry, not the camera, some doily here, and it's just a tuck spot with another one of those bridge score sheets and another little journaling card from the kit. That just goes in like that. And then here on the inside of the back cover I have literally got two lots of the background papers, tore them kind of down to make you know, alternate pockets if you like. So literally I've layered up some doily, got here an element from the kit, some more of that blue lace, some more of that fabric ruffle, and then inside pocket number one, so this front one, just made this journaling card. This was one of the elements from the kit. I've just literally stitched it around on some of the background paper and stitched on some lace there as a little tab. Now as you can probably see, again obviously something was wrong with my tension on my sewing machine, so it's all gone a bit weird on the back. So I just want to kind of point that out. It doesn't seem to affect it, but you know, if you kind of saw it and you were any kind of seamstress, you might be horrified at my sewing skills or lack of. And then here I've just got another little tag that I just made, and again this is just got some layered up doily and an image from the kit, and I quite liked this without a tab, so I kind of punched the hole and then thought I'm not sure what to kind of use as the tab, and actually because it's quite a bulky journal anyway, I thought actually it didn't really need one, so I left it kind of plain. And I quite liked the way that you've got that on that side with the coordinating background paper, and this one obviously on this side with the coordinating paper there. I mean, obviously if you wanted to, you could kind of switch them round and have them the other way. I just thought that was kind of nice because they were kind of like the matching or the reverse, you know, of them. So personally I like them matching, so I'm going to have that behind there and this one behind here, but that's just me. So that's that. So that's the complete journal. I really love how it turned out. I had so much fun making this journal. It really was, you know, a lovely kit to use. It was really fun to use so many gorgeous colours, and it just, yeah, came together really easily. So I hope that you will like it. It is obviously for sale in my Etsy store. The digital kit is also for sale in my Etsy store, and I also have got one printed copy of the kit also for sale in my Etsy. If you wanted to kind of, you know, go and have a look at those, then feel free, you know. I'd love to hear any comments or anything, and I hope that you all really liked it as much as I do. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you later. Thanks very much. Bye.